States, you don't get to learn about international figures like our founding father, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. I learned about the Bangabandhu from my late uncle, Abdur Rauf Khan Mishtu. Every year in social studies, I would wait for the topic of Bangladesh's liberation to come up. It never did. Our 9-month war, the pain our families endured, and the torture the Bangabandhu faced was summarized to less than a sentence in our textbooks. I had the privilege of visiting Cuba last year, where a little piece of Bangladesh lies. I was in the Army Museum and I saw a familiar face, Bangabandhu's. Former Cuban Prime Minister Fidel Castro compared Sheikh Mujib to the tallest mountain range in the world, noting, "I have not seen the Himalayas, but I have seen Sheikh Mujib. In personality and courage, this man is the Himalayas. I have had the experience of witnessing the Himalayas." Beyond having a generous heart, the Bangabandhu was a policymaker who was ahead of his time. After the liberation, he set up hospitals for women who had been abused by Pakistani soldiers during the war and their conservative villages to them out. He created policies protecting Hindu Bengalis in a Muslim-majority country. He encouraged his daughters to speak up. He was ahead of his time. Sheikh Mujib was the original socialist democrat. In his prison diary, he described a land that was self-sustaining and not dependent on foreign aid. He described a democracy that gave people free health care and social welfare because through his eyes, his people had suffered too much already to keep fighting further for their livelihood. With all due respect, murals and events such as these are important for my generation as they are for those after me, more than they will ever be for my parents and their generation. The Bangabandhu saved our parents and grandparents, and that is the history I am reminded of when I see his face. From Indira Gandhi and Yasser Arafat to Angelina Jolie, Bangabandhu's name and his likeness is recognized in tidbits. To Bangladeshis, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is the reason we are here today. I end this with one of my favorite quotes for him. Tumader je kichu ache tai niye prostud tako. Mone rakba rokto jokon diyechi rokto aro dibo. এই দেশের মানুষকে মুক্ত করে সারব ইনশাআল্লাহ। এইবারের সংগ্রাম আমাদের মুক্তির সংগ্রাম, এইবারের সংগ্রাম স্বাধীনতার সংগ্রাম। জয় বাংলা।
ধন্যবাদ সম্মানিত উপস্থিতি।